The only two, not now. Like I know, for example, Matt Pat,
Yep.
and he does the exact same thing. Then I know Nate, and he also did that. So I'm just wondering if I'm gonna complete the fucking trilogy.
What do you mean? Of just people that you know who also sing sometimes?
Who also sin, who were also theater kids.
Not even like, I was just singing a song. Like, I didn't even write it. It's a fucking
Wasn't
stroke.
this from like a musical or something?
No, it's the Strokes. Just like a fucking rock song.
You made it sound so fucking classical, dude.
That's how it sounds. Should I play it? Should I?
It's your fault, dude. It's your fucking fault.
Hold on, I'll pull it up. And then it'll be in the episode.
Your channel's gonna get fucking destroyed.
I don't really care.
That's why you should upload episode 3 to Pronon channel, you know?
No.
So if something happens, it happens to Pronon.
I'm probably not gonna put this in the episode. It sounds musical. I see what you mean, but no, I'm not a theater kid. I like Hamilton. That's it.
But this is how we should start the episode, you know? I like Hamilton, you know? And then we can, jump in, you know?
Oh,
This should be the fucking...
have you seen Hamilton? NoNeedBruh?
No, I have not.
We should do a Hamilton episode.
What is a Hamilton?
What the fuck? You don't know what Hamilton is?
See, dude, we're literally wasting materials.
What do you mean?
Did you already start recording?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Where was the intro? Where was the interlude? where was the slow lead up to this moment, dude?
No, I like starting off without other people knowing. I like surprising people and trying to catch them off guard. Now you're scrambling.
Oh, no,
now your heart's racing. It's the adrenaline up for the episode. I don't like podcast intros either. Like welcome to the show. I feel like that's very informal, too formal, I should say. We're just talking. We're just having a conversation, and we're recording it so other people can hear it.
That is true. But it sure took me by surprise, Me, the other person here.
No need.
Hello.
Yeah, I said your name. They know who you are. You don't think I did that intentionally? No need.
Your mind works in mysterious ways, dude. Yep. I couldn't possibly comprehend all your intricate emoticons through your voice. I'm sorry, dude. Your emotions.
Yeah. I mean, I wish I was a fucking emoticon. You know what I hate is emojis. I missed emoticons. I missed colon parentheses for a smiley face. I don't want to be a little yellow person. No offense.
A little yellow person.
I don't like it as much. I don't want fucking little pictures of people. I wanted to express myself in the most abstract, avant-garde way possible. I feel like it's a regression to use pictures. I feel like we should try to get more abstract ways of identifying ourselves.
I mean, I assume they just did it to unify.
It's for boomers. It's just for fucking boomers. They can't understand what colon parentheses means. They don't know what fucking LOL means. But they see a picture of a face smiling. They're like, okay, I understand that. I don't have to use my brain cells to think. I don't have to learn anything.
A fucking smace.
Yeah, a smace. It's like it's the culture. It's letting in normies. I don't like it. Anytime normies can do something, I'm against it.
Okay, I get that about like normal emojis, especially over the years where they just got like more. Okay, you know what I hate? I hate making everything so fucking like circular, so like soft.
Mm-hmm.
Like, where are the fucking edges, guys?
They fucking they want to be non-threatening and cute and appeal to the most amount of people. You can't have any style. You can't have any class. No rough edges.
Like, they like abstraction, which I do hate. Like, over the years, growing old and seeing icons on my fucking desktop just slowly and surely blend into the fucking background. I'm like, why? Literally, why?
Oh, you mean like fucking...
The logo.
You're right.
Yeah.
They are becoming... the same. I don't think it's the same thing. Like let's say, for example, the Firefox logo, just because I'm looking at it. How it used to be like an intricately detailed fox, and now it's just like a circle with like a red swoosh that vaguely resembles a fox. I think that's not really what I was talking about. I was talking more like how things are becoming simpler to understand. Well, it is kind of the same thing, Well, it is becoming simpler to like I recognize.
Like
Uh,
even then, okay.
I
I
wouldn't
had
say
an
it's.
old phone.
Uh
Like I had an old phone with like the yellow emoji and stuff, and they were like different. Like you know what I mean? Like they looked way more detailed. That
huh.
doesn't change the fact I hate them, but like they look like way more detailed and way more like expressive. Because like when I had that phone, like obviously I click on the emoji, then press send, but then it would appear as the new softer version, which is just a yellow circle with like two dots. I don't whatever like slash represents the emotion.
It's because of the fucking Apple. Everything has to be the same way Apple does it. It's like, oh, I can't send. If you send a certain emojis to someone, not the smiley face emoji, but like some of the weirder ones, like sweating, it would look different if you sent Android to Apple. Like the tone would be lost. So I understand like the need for standardization with emojis, but I just don't like emojis over Unicode just texting because they do a lot of fun designs, like the like
Mm,
slashes and Japanese letters. You know what I mean?
I guess I honestly just think because they wanted to obviously codify it and quote unquote modernize it, and also because I think it's convenience. I guess you press one quirky fucking picture or button or whatever, and it represents whatever vague emotion instead of having to type it. You know,
Yeah, but we could do that with a colon parentheses. That's a smiley face. It doesn't need to
those
be
are
a picture
tweet
of a
clicks,
smiley
dude.
face. Yeah, I know. But
Those are tweet clicks, dude.
you can make it a short. You can make it a shortcut. I'm not saying literally saying emojis are like bad or like dumb because I use emojis. Everyone uses emojis. I'm just saying I like the charm of old Unicode like text emoticons
Hmm.
more. That's just me being old bad, old good, new bad. As
I
usual.
have never grown up with those at all. I
Oh,
have grown up with the emoji generations. Like most of the emoticons I know are like from shows or like some other media who like has them, and I'm like, okay, I get it.
shows.
What
What do you
did
mean
you say?
shows?
I mean like when old shows that show people like using phone or computers, and it shows them typing the emoticon. You know what I mean? Like I never actually used them.
Oh, you're that young.
Yes, dude. Yes, dude. You are old and decrepit.
That is so true. Have you ever been guy online? NoNeedBruh?
No.
What the fuck? Club Penguin?
Yeah. No.
Did you use like internet like message boards or websites to communicate
Nope.
with? Nothing. You on
Nope.
Facebook? Not even Facebook.
Facebook, yeah, but like late stages of Facebook when people like stopped using it. Do
That's
you know
when
what I mean?
you wanted to get on.
Yeah, that's when I got onto internet.
Okay.
Like if you want to like, I got on like more into the internet with like the fucking when YouTube used to have anime episodes, part one, part two, and part three.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was the period like I kind of started to use the internet, but it took a long time for me to like just for example using YouTube or like using like one or two websites that like my brother showed me or whatever to like actually use the internet, actually be like, oh, Google. You know what I mean?
I mean, watching anime on YouTube, like part one, part two, or three. I feel like that was early, like 2008, maybe 2009. Not early internet,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like, early YouTube. So I don't know.
Yeah, that was around the time. That was around the time that like
I know you're in a
it was like
third
this
world
fucking,
country, but did you have computer lab in school?
what is Peter Lab?
Computer lab.
Oh, computer. No, we had computer labs. Yeah.
Okay, cool. What did you do in computer lab? Did you go to addicting games? You go to cool math
No,
games? What did you do?
no, it was disconnected. We had one computer class in high school where they just
Oh,
quote unquote taught you how to use like a Microsoft Word
oh.
and
No, we
Excel.
played. Well, I mean, we did that. We're supposed to do that too. But like, we had fun in break times. I had computer lab my whole life in elementary school and everything.
I for me, school was not particularly related to like my internet or computer knowledge at all because like by the time I was in high school, dude, it was like 2016.
I mean, I was also in high school in 2016, very briefly. but I was there.
Very briefly. But I was there for like the next 3, 4 years.
Oh no, we like 12.
uh no, but like the thing is, even though in a third world country, because of the work, because just like my brother's job, we had a computer like way early on. Like we had a computer in like when I was like literally 3. So like 2001, 2002. Like we had like a full desktop where you just like used to like watch DVDs on and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So like yeah, I grew up with the internet, but I never used it. Like it was always there, but like I was more interested in just like watching the movies that we like had. Like sometimes like they bring a DVD and I just like rewatch the same movie over and over and over and over again. Or like my brother like would like I don't know if you know, do you know Y8, for example? Have you like those sites with the flash games that had like hundreds of flash games
That's what I was
just
asking
in
you.
random?
I was
Yeah.
asking that we had a like addicting games and like cool math games and other websites. I never had a Y8 games, but those are like flash game websites. I was talking
There
about.
was a lot. There was a lot of variation. It was just like sites with like hundreds of thousands of just flash games,
Yeah,
like those shitty ones. That was what I just used. Like it never processed my brain that I could like type something else or look up stuff on the internet until I was like 9 or 10.
interesting.
But like yeah, I always had a computer, but I just never used it for that stuff.
I was always on the internet because I discovered new grounds pretty early, and that is everything. That is a good you know branch off point to all corners of the internet, to all sorts of weird and degenerate things you could find.
I missed that period. I did like narrowly miss that.
I
Like the
do
whole like yeah.
I do miss like going on other websites that aren't YouTube and Twitter.
No, no, okay, okay. When I said missed, I mean like I missed it. Like I wasn't
Oh,
active. You know what I mean? I
oh, you
wasn't
like you
I wasn't
MISSED.
yes, yes, with a D. I wasn't there. Like I wasn't like I got into YouTube when Smash was big. I got into YouTube when like Smash was like the biggest thing. So like YouTube has gone on through like 3 or 4 phases, before that.
Mm-hmm.
I got on in, I my gateway into the internet was YouTube, and I got on YouTube in like you said like 2009, 2010 for like Smash, Niga Higa were like the number one, number two channel.
It's not that. I mean, how old would you have been when that happened? Like
I would have been
seven,
like
8.
9 year old.
Yeah, 7, 8, 9. I don't know. I was gonna say because I'm vaguely barely old enough to remember a time where YouTube didn't exist and to watch videos you just had to like well either Google Video was a thing. I don't know if you remember Google Video or
Oh
just like some
no.
websites had videos and some didn't.
The thing is, The thing is, I literally know I was using a computer when YouTube was made, but I think I just literally never knew about YouTube. Like I don't even know how we got into the website to begin with. Do you remember?
I probably um how I got into YouTube. Like I'm trying to. I knew. I mean, shoot. I don't know how I got into YouTube. It must have been because I definitely remember using Google Video, and probably at some point Google just like probably when they bought YouTube that they just replaced Google Video with YouTube. That is definitely how I got into it actually. Because Google Video, you know how Google you go to Google and there's like images tab, maps, and like news and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they used to have a video tab, and it was like its own thing that was separate from YouTube. But then when Google bought YouTube, it like turned into YouTube. It didn't turn, it like linked to YouTube. So that's probably how I got into YouTube. But I
Ah,
remember watching stuff before it, like Numa Numa.
I don't. The thing is that I don't. Okay. Here is the weird evolution of my internet usage. It was like we had a computer when I was like 4 or 5. That's when I started using it. Like I got familiar with like how it works and stuff like that. And it was like for the next, I guess, when I was like 5, 6, around that, 5, 6, 7, around that, I was just like using it to like watch DVDs or maybe play games that like my brother downloaded on there, like just had like pirated or like some other stuff like that, and that was it. I was way more of a TV person, like between like 2007 to 2009 and 10, like that. Now that I think about it, like that missing chunk of like we had the computer, we had the internet, but I just never like used Newgrounds or knew what the fuck YouTube was or like any of that. Just like that missing chunk between like 2006 or like 2009. I was just a TV person. I was just like I used to watch a lot of fucking TV.
TV did you watch? Did you watch like The Sopranos or?
Ah, let's see. What's one of the I used to watch a lot of cartoons, the Cartoon Network stuff.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Hannah Montana.
Yo. Anyway,
Hannah
that's a great
Montana.
segue to the topic of this video, the Hannah Montana episode.
The
What
Hannah
take
Montana
is on?
episode.
We should do that. I'm
Someday,
curious.
someday. Like okay, like in our many meme discussions, one meme question is like, no need, bro. Why do you like watch so much shit? Like, how do you like? Oh, when I say, oh, I finished all of Hannah Montana, or like I watched all of Corey in the House and stuff like that. It wasn't that fucking timeline. You know what I mean? That's literally why. Because like every day I would just like watch it. I would just like watch the TV. That's just it. And obviously with the TV you cannot choose what the fuck you watch. So when Hannah Montana came up, I was just like, yeah, I like Hannah Montana. I'll sit there for the next 2-3 years of my life for every episode.
Unmoving, yeah.
Unmoving object. That's how I yeah. Like most of the stuff that I'm like, oh holy shit, I watched like hundreds of episodes of this thing. It was through fucking TV. Like like Naruto, Yu-Gi-Oh, Yu-Gi GX. Those are not shows that I like watched online or stuff like that. I just watched them on TV while they were airing, believe it or not.
That was a dark time before the internet had everything you could ever want to watch online. I remember the transition to that. It was like maybe like 2012, where maybe like 11, um, where there were sites that like watch this show, watch shows online. Those kind of sites, but like they would just be bad. Like I try to watch Haruhi Suzumiya and just in like a random fucking order because the site was broken and didn't work.
I actually got lucky. I got lucky with this kind of stuff. Yes, okay. If I want to like jump in from like TV to how I got into like watching stuff online, it's like over time I just like stopped watching the TV. Like what the fuck was I doing when I wasn't watching TV or using the internet? I guess it was literally holy shit, I was going way more outside now to think about it, bro. I used to touch grass way more than now.
I used
Damn.
to have a bike. I used to ride around. Go to
Yeah, me
my
too.
friend's
Me too. I
house.
used to also ride around. Yeah, I used to go on like bike rides for like literal hours just because it was fun. Like move and do stuff.
I used to
Dude,
what happened? What?
dude, is having access to an infinite amount of entertainment media bad for human beings? What? Not that I'm using my brain. I'm such a yeah, I used to do like a lot of stuff when I didn't literally have like access to almost every piece of information in existence.
You know what? It may be a bit. Maybe kids are a little bit too overstimulated nowadays. Maybe adults are too overstimulated. Maybe you should like all sit down and read a book. Maybe turn this fucking podcast off and go do something better with your life.
Uh,
No.
we're part of the problem. We're part of the problem.
Yeah. I mean, even when I was a kid, I just run around with my friends and like make dumb YouTube videos or take my camera to school or do let's plays or something. So I've always been a fucking
Hmm.
degenerate.
That was not. Oh, there was not a thing until I was in high school. Like in high school, there were some kids who did do that. Like were into like, oh, I want to like make videos and stuff. But, cool. Hope it went somewhere for them.
Yeah, I mean, because it definitely hasn't gone
Ah,
anywhere with that for us.
but like the jump. Okay, the jump between using the internet to between just TV to the internet. It was fucking mind blowing. It was mind blowing to type into Google the classic phrase "watch" and the name of thing, and okay, shitty website, viruses, hacks, probably have like a million fucking thing on your computer to destroy it forever. But like you still like found the thing in some like shitty quality or version of it. You know what I mean? Like it was there,
Yeah.
which was just such a fucking novelty to be like, holy shit, I could like watch this like anytime I want. Like I don't have to like keep track of the time to like go sit there and empty all of my schedule and like make sure that I only walk outside when like commercials are playing or something. I can do this like on demand, brah.
Yo, TiVo. When I first heard about like TiVo and like you could pause live television, like oh man, it's a game changer. Then I was like, that quickly turned into who the fuck would ever watch television on live?
Uh, but I was kind of lucky. I was kind of lucky because to this day, the first website I used to watch anime is still one of the best websites to this day that I use to watch anime.
Crunchyroll.com.
Okay,
Use
just
sign up
happen.
code RotatingCube in the
No.
description. Get 10 free years.
It was, it's like watching cartoon online, but now if you type that into Google, you will not find it. And if you like type that into like, watchcartoononline.com, you're not gonna find it because I think it's like W co streamcartoon.com. Like it's still the same website, like they just kept changing the domain, but because I had it like saved, like I didn't need to like look it up. But now that I go onto Google, I cannot fucking find it. Like at all. Unless I type like this specific thing.
Yeah.
And there's like a million fucking clones, and all those clones are bad and shit.
Somehow it just never dawned on me as a kid to like just use the bookmark function of my computer to save the websites that I actually needed. I would just like try to remember them. Like a phone number. We need to remember phone numbers.
Phone numbers. I used to write them like a paper, I guess.
Yeah.
Before.
But now if someone asked you like at gunpoint what a phone number was, anybody's phone number, just name somebody's phone number. I would be shot instantly.
Okay, I know my mom's phone number.
Yeah, I know
I
my
do know
mom's.
that.
That's it.
Yes, that is literally it. Okay, and the only reason I even know it is because what's the word? What's the word? Like a plan, like her mobile plan, like to use to
Hmm.
fucking talk to people. I used to like recharge that every week for her, and you just like you just walk in, pay, and whatever, and you just like, oh, what's the number? So like over time, because I did that every week for like a couple of months, if not years, I just remembered her phone number from that. That's just it. I used to have it in like a fucking paper that like every time I just like pull out the paper and I'm like this. And I'm like, okay, go. And it's just like, but over time, from me repeating the same action almost every couple of weeks, I just like her fucking phone number just stuck into my head.
You gotta do this in person.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck? How does it? How does the fucking phones work in where you live? It's you just go to the you just I
I
don't I
need
think
to
it's
describe
automatic.
this.
I think it's automatic.
No, it's not. It's not a phone plan. The thing is, it was not a phone plan. We have phone plans. Obviously, you fucking pay the company just online or whatever. I'm talking like this is again during the dark period when I was using TV. So this is like 2007 or like 8 or whatever. God, 2000. You know what? The most vague time of my life was the time between I was like 6 and the time I was like fucking 10. Like some stuff happened in there which is just like vague amalgam of bullshit that defines me as a person. But like no, uh, did you have these at some point? Like cards, like you buy a card that has like I don't know $10 or whatever. You scratch it, you type in a number, and then your phone like charges and you can talk for like I don't know 5 minutes or 10 or whatever.
Yeah, just add minutes to your card, I guess. A phone. We have minutes,
Yes,
like those kind of phones.
yes. That is essentially most people used to do that. Most people at now most people obviously just have phone plans, just pay like a monthly fee and whatever, like unlimited calls and stuff. But like back in my day, it's just like that. It's just like you buy like a card that's like worth, I don't know, like $10, $5 or whatever. You scratch it, you like type in the number to your phone, and it's like, oh, you can now talk for like an hour or like 30 minutes or whatever.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's so fucking dumb though. I hated it. I hate it. I remember having my old phone.
Yeah.
I was in like middle school, and it went about minutes. I haven't thought about minutes in
Mm-hmm.
decades, and I refuse to do it. But since we're talking about phones, no need, bruh. would you would you want to talk about mobile games on your phones? You remember mobile games? Remember
Hmm.
back in the day when you got a
I guess.
phone and I had Snake, had Breakout, had
Holy shit, fucking Snake.
that's so
I
slap.
was so I was so fucking good at Snake. I played it so much. Like holy shit.
I don't think fucking there's ever been a mobile game better than Snake. I remember when my mom got a flip phone, a Motorola flip phone, and it had Tetris on it. That was the game changer. That ruined that was it. That's how you use the phone. You go up to your fucking mom and be like, hey, mom, you're not doing anything with your phone right now because nobody uses phones 24/7 like they do now. You just need to make calls. Can I play Tetris on your phone with the little arrow keys and the number pad? And she said no because she had a limited battery life. But because that's just how phones were. I think that's all we really needed with uh, phone games. I think anything after that was a mistake.
Uh yeah. Okay, but there was a golden age. There was a sweet spot where mobile games were like, if you can believe it, ladies and gentlemen that are living in like 2020 fucking one, phone games were like innovative and kind of cool. Like I'm not gonna lie, they were kind of like really cool and really neat and like, this is like nice. Like people that gave a fuck. But then ooh, fast forward to today. But we're jumping way too much ahead. Dune, when was your first, I guess, touch screen phone, I guess?
My first touch, I remember. Okay, so I remember in middle school was when. Well, my first touchscreen device would have been the iPod Touch, which could play games. I don't know if we want to count that though. You
Oh,
know,
let's keep it to like phone. Like stuff you could use for like use to download fucking stuff from the App Store.
you can do
Like
that
what
with an
was that?
iPod
What
Touch
was that?
though. It was like an
You used to do
iPhone,
that?
but they didn't have call. You couldn't call people. That was like the only difference.
Sure, I guess that counts.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I played like Angry Birds on that. Um, but I don't. But when that would have been. Gee, I don't know. The touchscreen memory I had, the sixth time in my mind, is being in the boys' locker room in middle school and just like hearing guys talk about the Droid, this new phone. It was not an iPhone. It was made by Verizon. It's called a Droid. You remember Droids, NoNeedBruh?
No.
Well, they're called Androids now, but back in the day they were called Droids. Um, they had like fucking. It
Dune?
was the coolest shit ever.
I
I had a Droid X, I think, eventually. Man, those are the fucking coolest phones.
mm,
I gotta look these up. Man, original. Man, those are
I
fucking
think
cool.
my first
These are not
my
cool. I
first
lied. These are fucking lame.
my first phone was like an iPhone 3,
Look at this shit.
and I'm pretty sure like I did not have a phone until I was like 15 or 16.
Yeah, I got one in like middle school, so I'd been like 13. Yeah, this is what they look like. They still had the slide out keypad. I forgot about that. I had one of
Oh my
these.
fucking god. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't think it was like the same. Dude, I had the exact fucking same phone that looked literally just like this. Like
This is
this.
the prototype. This is the fucking coolest phone ever. I changed my mind again. It looks so dope.
I had a phone that oh my fucking I had a phone that looked like this, but like minus like the big button, like down at the keyboard. It looked like this. It literally looked like it even had the same fucking icons.
A lot of phones look like this though.
Uh
Man, this is the coolest
I mean a
fucking
lot of
thing. I love
copycats.
old things. I'm looking at what's my new phone? My fucking Samsung
They were
Galaxy
so fucking
S10.
shit though.
Fucking gay. This is all you needed. It had actual buttons instead of the new phones that are all touch. You don't need that. You don't need all that.
They were so shit though. They were so shit. Like
No, they're cool.
they were
They're
okay.
old.
Here's the okay. They were here's the now. From the perspective of me, I look at them and I'm like, these look cool and tactfully like they're unique, I guess. But like, dude, these were not good phones. These were like novelty at best. Like they
No,
sucked at
yo,
using. They sucked. Yeah.
I remember when my older brother, I was in fourth grade, third or fourth grade. My older brother he had a chocolate, a Motorola chocolate, looked like this. That was the coolest fucking thing of all time. That was the hot shit. The
Uh-huh.
chocolate, you could not mess with that. It's so fucking. It's like, oh
It
god.
is.
Oh, this is the phone my mom had. I think. The one on the right is the one my mom had. Man, these are fucking cool.
Hmm.
New phones suck. I hate them.
Okay. Okay, we can all agree. We can all agree. Old phones used to look so much fucking cooler as the new phones.
Yeah. Oh god. I mean,
But they had, listen, they were expensive and they had shit
and
cameras
they
and they
couldn't do
could
anything with
barely use
them.
the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was a fucking pain in the ass to get literally anything to work on them that wasn't beyond call a person or like maybe use pre-installed software that was already on them. Then, like, okay, for example, like Android, I can do a lot of stuff with my fucking phone right now. Like, I could like fuck around with shit. I could like transfer files, use different shit, download some plugins to make certain things work. It is not nearly, nearly as inconvenient or like as bad.
No. Yeah. I remember I had a phone that was like, well, this is in between before the Droid X. I had another kind of phone. It wouldn't have a touchscreen, but it flipped up. Uh, I remember trying to go on the internet with that. One, you had to pay for the internet, which was like scary because it was expensive. Two,
Hmm.
it was like it wasn't web. Like the internet was not optimized for a phone, like a little phone screen.
Yeah,
So,
I know.
it was like an awful experience. So like, there's no reason to actually ever do that. I wish I was an
Yeah,
old person who needed like a BlackBerry to like do emails. I don't like sending emails. I have to do it for my job. But like, I still want to. I want like at the time I wanted to be old and have a reason to use that fucking big ass keyboard. Besides just texting my friends. If we could turn back
uh,
time to the good old days, what my
I
mama
don't think
said.
so.
Yeah. We got
Uh,
sidetracked. So we talk about fucking mobile games. You know, Kingdom Hearts
uh,
Recoded was a mobile game. There's a Kingdom Hearts game that's on the fucking phone.
I know about that. I am a Kingdom Hearts lore master.
What? That's the close. That's like when I heard about that, I was like, how the hell are people putting video games on a phone? Like that was dumb. I mean, nowadays they put like fucking PUBG, Fortnite, whatever, Call of Duty on the phone. But at the time, I still don't think it's a good idea. But but they definitely try. The fact that they were trying to do that like a decade ago, and in
Back
failing. To be
then,
fair, they
yeah.
were also failing at it, making bad video games. But it was cool compared to like, you know, 16-bit Game Boy Advance. You're like, oh shit, they were fucking with the phone. What was that thing
I
called?
mean, I mean, that's.
The Nokia N-Gage. Is that a phone?
Oh,
You know the Nokia
let me.
N-Gages.
I think I have heard of the name before.
The Nokia
I don't
N-Gage
have like a.
was like designed to be a phone and a video game console. Here's a picture of it.
That's that is okay. Okay, this idea, of like having phones play video games, is such a fucking like. The moment phones were made, someone was like, "I'm gonna put a fucking video game on there," and they've been trying for like the last 20 fucking years. And I'm about to fucking say they have not succeeded, like at all, almost.
Cell phones are older than 20 years. They used to have them like the 80s. They used to be in the car.
I mean, like, no, no. I mean, like phones like this, phones with like screens that can display
Mm-hmm.
some form of video.
Oh, I see.
You know, like
Yeah.
34. Yeah.
It's the natural extension. If you have a screen, you should put a video game on it. Put Super Mario's face on top. If I could put,
If you have an electronic device, you should put Doom on it.
unironically, that is. I mean, we have reached the peak of mobile gaming, but just by the fact that you can emulate stuff on your phone now and it can run pretty well.
Yeah, yeah. That's how I played. That's how I played Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I played it on my fucking phone.
That was the big thing. Was just download Pokemon, play with all your friends at school on your phone. We did skip over the middle period with Angry Birds, Subway Surfers, Subway Chasers, or something. Temple Run.
That was the biggest game. That was the biggest game when I was fucking growing up for
Yeah,
mobile stuff.
I remember that.
That was like,
I played a lot of Temple Run.
have you ever hacked it?
Hacked it?
Have you ever hacked it? Yeah.
No.
So you can get the 9,000,000 whatever the fuck keys and get all the characters and skateboards and stuff.
No, but you have to earn it.
Like it was no, you can literally never reach that level. Like at all. Like that was like fucking impossible. Like the coolest kids are the kids who figured out how to download stuff from the internet and therefore they just download hacked version of Subway Surfer that had all the characters. And I'm like, holy shit, you have that guy that costs like 9 fucking millions. You need to play for like a couple of fucking years, bruh.
I didn't know that, but I didn't know how to hack iPods. To jailbreak them. I know how to do that. And I was the only person in school who knew how to like download the software to jailbreak things and watch the YouTube tutorial. That's what I was known for with all the boys. But by the time like smartphones and stuff came out, I was a bit outclassed. I didn't know what the fuck was going on with that. I didn't want to fuck with a phone and like break it and then my mom yell at me. Man, I love my old iPod Touch. I have no idea where it is, but I did love it. Yeah. Oh, Plants vs Zombies. That's a good game.
Uh, let's see. What's another one?
You ever played? Wait,
Like,
you don't know? You have nothing to say about Plants vs Zombies, NoNeedBruh?
I never played that
You ever
one.
played Plants vs Zombies? What the fuck?
No, okay. The original mobile games I used to play were like Subway Surfer, Angry Birds, and fucking what's the last one? Cut the rope. Cut the rope.
Oh, you're a baby. You're a little child.
Yeah, yeah.
After this, we need to go play Plants vs Zombies. Oh no,
You know,
you don't. You know what it is
after I
though.
play, no, I know what it is. I know what it is.
Okay, good. Plants vs Zombies. I fucking play that all day, every day. Yeah, those old. Was that?
Okay, I
That's
would
not Zynga.
say,
That's PopCap. Peggle. Peggle's a good game. You play Bejeweled?
Jewel. Yes, some version of it. Yeah.
Man, my mom was super into Bejeweled for some fucking reason. Not on her phone.
My brother was super into Candy Crush. My brother was like, he never spent money on the game, but he was one of the fucking people who made it into like the hundreds, in the levels.
Mm-hmm.
He would just play it all the fucking time. Whenever he had his phone out, he would just fucking play Candy Crush. And one time I was like, oh, can I like just fucking, because he had the phone and I didn't, and I was like, oh, can I like see what the fuck? And then I grabbed it and it was like level 600 or some fucking bullshit. And I'm like, what the fuck did you make it all the way here? Literally how? And I knew he'd never spend money in the game. He just played it that much.
Those people who like spend so much time to perfect those cash grab games are a different breed. They'd be like the Nazi, like top German officers, because they just do anything you ask them to do with flawless precision. I respect them.
Flawless precision.
Just to get a hit of like some dopamine of someone telling them they did a good job.
Okay. I would say mobile game can be classified into three distinct time periods, which is like, stuff like Snake, or like there was like a ball game, or like Escape the Temple, I think was the name.
Temple
Stuff like
Run?
that.
Temple
I
Run?
think what?
You talking about Temple Run?
No, not Temple Run. It was just like people had it on their BlackBerry phones. A lot of
Uh,
people I knew who had BlackBerry phones had that specific game. But like, a game like that, like still in that middle period where like, phones still had buttons and they had those kinds of games. And then we have like the burgeoning age of like Angry Birds, Cut the Rope, and stuff like that. And that was like that. I would say that was like the golden time of mobile games. That was like when mobile games like peaked, like reached like people are making mobile games because they're way simpler and way like cheap. Obviously, like mobile games are, like made by like small teams. They look way too colorful. They're just like neat products for like this new technology of fucking touchscreen phones. But then Candy Crush fucking happened, and mobile games were never the fucking same.
the monetization, you mean?
Yeah, the
The
monetization.
pay $1 to give it of ads.
Yeah,
Watch this ad, and you can get another retry on this level. It's impossible to beat.
yeah.
Yeah.
I wholeheartedly believe that Candy Crush made so much, and it still does. It made, when it came out, made so much fucking money that it just like opened the fucking floodgates for like, oh, we can just like make money off of mobile games. We can make all the money in the universe. This can be like people, like people can play. Okay, like for example, like Cut the Rope. It has like a semblance of an ending. Like there are only like a specific amount of levels, even when endless runners. But endless runners, you just kind of get bored of them over time. But like Candy Crush was like, it kind of honed in. It made like the formula of like, you gotta wait to recharge your energy. You gotta, pay for this to like expedite the process. Ooh, there is this specific items. Ooh, you can buy specific decorations. Like Candy Crush, like all this other stuff with monetization was like spread around. You had like the keys in Subway Surfer or like some other stuff in other games, but like Candy Crush like codified the modern mobile game.
And I think there was like the split. 'Cause I don't. Well, two things. One, I think that like kind of model came from Farmville. Remember Farmville? You don't know what
Yes, I
Farmville is?
know.
Okay, okay, okay. Like those casual like mom games, because it's all mom's fault. Every mother in America, or I guess worldwide, played the Farmville and was like, oh, this is a game where you have to like wait real time and like you can pay. I don't know if Farmville actually had money you could pay, but you have to like wait and not have fun and like do a task. Like, but then that kind of just went into the Candy Crush charges thing. Fucking gotcha games. Another mobile game I was into was the Love Live School Idol Festival game. And the fact that it wasn't just a rhythm game. If it was just like a rhythm game that I could play and then listen to the songs and push the buttons, I'd love it. It'd be a great game. But the fact that I had to wait, there's so much waiting. Oh, you could pay $1 to pay more to not wait. I was like, no, that's dumb. I'm not gonna do that. I'll pay $1. I understand the gotcha game aspect, the rolling to get a better waifu or whatever, and do all that stuff. That's fine. I'm fine with that costing money. But to actually just play the game that you downloaded, that should not have to be a time thing. I hate it. I hate that, and I don't like it. And I wish it never existed. But luckily, there are good mobile games. Well, no, I can't even say there's good mobile games now because I don't know if there's good mobile games. Do you ever play Clash of Clans? I know Clash of Clans was a big mobile game.
No, no. Okay.
I think that has
I
waiting too in
never.
it though.
What?
I think that I was gonna say I
What'd you
think
say?
that has waiting in it too.
Yeah, waiting. Yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking about. I never got into those types of games, but like I did see the ads. I did see them, immediately pop up on the fucking pages and stuff. But like that's it. Like that is the nexus of mobile gaming. Like people, when mobile gaming, oh, we can make specific like games for mobile, and it turned into we can make something like creative, something cool, something like unique and special that like utilizes the touch screen. But then they just turned into we'll just milk your time because here's the thing: people always have their phone on them. Like they always do, and they're always gonna fucking around with it. So might as well just fuck around in this game, and you might as well just like put in $5 or $10 or whatever. So like it's like the perfect fucking thing. You play for
No,
like
no,
10.
no I think
Yeah.
I figured out what it was because when mobile games first started, it was oh, this is something for people to do, like when they're waiting for their food to come at a restaurant, or something. Like just like waiting in line at the on the bus, for 5 or 10 minutes. But then it turned into no, people are actually just sitting down to play Angry Birds all the time. They're just like sitting down and like dedicating like an hour or two to play Angry Birds. Why don't we milk them? Why don't we make some money out of that? Because the old games didn't need a reason to. They didn't try to incent like they were designed that you played them for like a couple levels of Angry Birds and you just like, do whatever else you were doing in the day. But like once they learned that people were just waiting there and like playing for hours, it's like oh, that now we can actually make money off this way. Uh, it all comes back to capitalism and how based it is.
And how amazing it is at
Yeah,
exploiting the human weakness for quote unquote completion and doing repetitive tasks
yeah, we
with
love
perfect
it. We're
precision.
we're fucking monkeys. We want the dopamine hit. We get the banana. Uh, I'm a victim.
I
I'm not saying that as someone who says it, but I am a victim of this too. I'm a perpetrator. No, not a mobile game, but Overwatch. When Overwatch came out, I was buying the loot boxes.
oh
I wanted the May
oh
skins.
oh that needs to be another fucking episode. That needs to be like another whole episode
What
on its
Overwatch
own.
or just being dumb?
Overwatch. No, Overwatch.
I haven't played Overwatch in years. I just like May a lot. Okay, if
Uh
someone I just like May. She's my waifu.
oh, not Diva? Isn't Diva like the hottest one or
No,
something?
and if you're a fucking normie pedophile who likes small Asian girls,
If you're
if
Shad
you're Sean, yeah,
or Shinny.
exactly. My point exactly.
Uh but like yeah. Okay, now mobile games just now become okay. The thing is, I am not knowledgeable about the Japanese like side of literally any of this.
Yeah.
So like I don't know how like gacha game like factored in because like, okay, in video games in general, there is this thing called like loot boxes, and right now the current meta of mobile games is like this fucked up combination between like loot boxes and like gacha games, where just like they made like a fucking horrible monstrosities, that come out now as modern mobile games. The modern mobile games is like this weird marriage of like West capitalism and East capitalism, and they made Genshin Impact as a result.
I never played Genshin Impact. I thought it looked dumb, yay, and you said you liked it, so I was like, that confirmed it.
Oh,
What do you mean? You have to explain to me what's wrong with Genshin Impact. I know it has gacha stuff in it, but I don't know.
I mean, gacha stuff, role if you want like a new character to upgrade that character to min max it to get you have the 3-star items, the 4-star items, the 5-star items, which you have like 0.6 fucking percent chance of getting, you know
But doesn't
and
Genshin
stuff like that.
Impact have like a story and like isn't it like a regular video
You
game?
see that's the meme. Okay, see that's the meme. You can literally play all of Genshin Impact without needing to like roll a single fucking time. Like you can just play it for literally, I kid you not, like 50, 60, even more hours at this point because they add like which is update they add new areas and stuff. Like Genshin Impact is like a real game. Genshin Impact is like kind of like a new thing. Like it's not like it's meant to be like a real video game, like an open world, a story and like plot and like mechanics in gameplay. If you can believe it, it's not like just click on something or whatever.
Yeah.
But simultaneous is also a gacha game, which is just praise. It's essentially like praise on the monkey brain of you see a character that looks obviously way cooler than anything you have, even though the thing you have is just like perfectly serviceable to just like finish the game, not struggle at all, like fucking destroy everything in your path. But you see the cooler character, your character deals like 1,000 damage. The fucking character in the banner or whatever deals like 15,000 damage, and they're like, cool. They look way cooler. They had like way better animation and stuff like that.
I hope this doesn't become. I know Genshin Impact is very popular. I am fearful that instead of like games having level up systems, we will just go to um, oh, just buy a new character that's stronger. It's like, I mean, I guess games already do that.
I live
Like Star Wars Battlefront 2, I
all
know
my
had
games, I
like,
guess. Yeah.
oh, and the new Pokemon Unite does that too, the mobile one. Like, oh, if you
Yeah.
buy the new loot pack, you just get bonuses in the next match. You just like have better stats.
Okay. Okay. Like loot boxes used to be like, oh, it's just cosmetics. It's just like cosmetic. When I said a fucking horrific marriage between like the East and West, like
East and
style of
West.
disposals, like East and West. Obviously, no, it's gonna that's the canon name. Like, okay, loot boxes in America are like, oh, you roll to get like cosmetic items for the most part. Like when they first like started like popping up, you get like cosmetic items, maybe some like cool skins or some other bullshit, just like fucked up and weird. And then you have the gacha games, which is just like, oh, you get a fucking entirely new character that's like slightly better than the one you have or slightly rarer. But like now it's like both at the same exact fucking time. Like Western games are starting to like lean more into like the gacha side of like, the industry. Like, oh, if you roll for this, you get like just a way more powerful character, just like a way more powerful weapon and stuff like that.
And this wouldn't be a problem if people weren't buying it. Like, I don't know how people enjoy doing that. Like, why not just play a good game? I don't
Genshin
understand.
Impact made Genshin Impact literally made like a billion or two in its first like fucking 4 months, my dude.
I know. I'm upset about it. Like, I don't know. It's weird to be
That is,
like upset, like quote unquote upset. It's like, oh, like and just like repulsed. But it's anime fans, it's gamers. I don't like. I never had that much respect for those people anyway.
I think I think Genshin Impact. I think Genshin Impact like added the last missing piece of the. Okay, like mobile games in general, like and this type of games were like mostly aimed at the casual market. Like for example, like if I look at a mobile game and I'm not like an anime fan or whatever, and I don't play those gacha games, I'll be like, I have no interest in consuming this. You know what I mean? Like it's just like a puzzle game, or like a really like what's the word, like a really bare bone like RPG or like something like that. So like you no normal gamers have like no interest in like gacha games or like stuff like that. But then Genshin Impact just cracked the code, which is let's make an actual game, but then just like put fucking the tin in it. Let's just put gacha in it. Like because you can play Genshin Impact without like spending. It is a real video game, believe it or not. It has like quest, it has a story, it's an open world. It does not stop you from playing the game. You can just play it for like 24/7 and never stop. Like the game does not have like wait. Yeah, it has like wait for like other stuff, but like it doesn't. Oh, you have to wait to play the game. So right now, my biggest fear is like obviously EA, other companies will just look at the Genshin Impact and be like, okay, so let's make like a real game, but then let's just add these like time games on top of it, so we can
Mhm.
get like the actual gaming market in there, plus the casual like weeb shit.
Yeah, because it's like the casual thing. Casual people, they don't need video games anymore. They don't need like Angry Birds. They have Instagram and they have TikTok to like satisfy that like quick dopamine hit, I guess. So I guess the gamer and the gaming audience is like expanded beyond just nerdy guys in the basement. Like regular people kind of play games sometimes. So you can definitely exploit them. Um, what I want to focus on is how we can exploit them with a podcast. How do we take this business model and put it onto a podcast and make some money off this thing?
That's the question that Cube Zone is gonna answer someday, but not today.
No. Oh, so
We're
what
gonna keep,
other mobile games?
yeah.
Remember Flappy Bird?
I remember I got Flappy Bird, and then it got taken down like a couple of days or weeks later.
Yeah, that one was a weird one
So like I did have the original version.
because I remember Flappy Bird would get but the fucking big news because it was like, oh my god, people playing this little bird game. I don't know why it got actually that popular because it's just a bird game. Maybe I'm getting sidetracked. People playing this bird game, and they made $1 billion. And the guy he was like, I feel bad that people are wasting their lives playing Angry Flappy Bird, so I'm gonna take it down. But that
What an
all.
absolute Chad.
I mean, it is kind of a
What a
Chad move,
literal Chad.
but all I did
Yeah.
was like, now you can go to the App Store and there's 1 billion other Flappy Bird clones that do the exact same thing. So it didn't really solve anything.
Uh,
Like the mobile games have just gotten more popular.
I don't remember who. I don't remember who, but some fucker did buy the license of Flappy Bird and spin something like from it. Okay, I remember seeing that somewhere. That like it was like sold to like some American company or whatever, and they did something with it, but obviously it went nowhere because no one gives a shit about Flappy Bird anymore.
Yeah,
But it is weird.
it was never about the
It's the
bird.
thing. I think.
It's about the meme.
Hmm. It's the thing, like mobile games at its core. Okay, normal video games that like they want to deliver you story or a gameplay loop or some okay, games are made by fuckers, by nerdy. I think we forget this. We forget this because like normal people play video games now, and normal people like obviously make video games, but like they really get made by like nerdy fucking assholes. Like they look normal. Like when you see them outside, they just look like everyone else. But they are the kind of people who like spend hours just sitting in their computers coding or like writing stories or like whatever. So like when they make a video game, they want to like deliver some sort of experience with it. Mobile games' goal is to fucking make you an addiction, like make you addicted to it. Like that's just it. Like that's the difference between like normal games and mobile games now. They don't want to deliver an experience. They want to make you like make it like a second job, essentially.
Yeah, they just want to eat up as much time, money, and some other third thing as they can. And sometimes on the blue moons, you will find a mobile game that is just a mobile game that is fun and good. Uh, it's been a while. Last one I found was years ago. It's called Ridiculous Fishing, which is a game. It's like an arcade style game. Not really arcade style game. It's like you just drop a fishing line and you try to catch fish, and then you can upgrade your fishing line and get different kinds of fucking rods. It's a good game. And it's just like a game. You don't pay any money. You do pay up front. I think it just costs like $1 or $2. But after that, you just play a game. It's just a video game that is fun to play. And I assume they still make video games that cost money on the App Store. That's like, hey, you want to buy this game? It's $2, and you pay it, and it's fine. But who plays those? Who would ever pay money up front with a mobile game? Everyone will happily play for skipping an ad or something, but no one will ever pay to not have ads in the first place.
Ah, those okay, the kind of developers who like still make those kind of games just become indie devs.
Yeah, but indie deving development for mobile games is probably cheaper than, and you'll probably, I mean, I don't know what the numbers are.
I don't think a lot of like paid games come out, or at least like paid games that make it somewhere because they don't like get popular as
Yeah,
much
because no one,
at all.
because the real mobile game
And also like
we skipped over. Oh, I guess you can go ahead first. 'Cause I'm gonna change the subject.
like okay, like if you're a fucking mobile game dev and you're like, oh, let me make this good game that I do want to make or like or whatever, or I could just make an addictive fucking swipe the line and make $1 billion. Like which
Yeah,
one are you gonna fucking choose?
probably the second one because I think most mobile games are just designed to make money. If you're gonna put in the effort to like make something good, probably just make an indie game, put it on Steam or itch.io.
Yeah, and it could just have like a mobile port.
Yeah.
Like there are a lot of like simple like Steam game and stuff like that. They have like they're available on mobile. Like a lot of them are just like, oh, they're on mobile too.
Hmm.
That's like cool and stuff.
Yeah,
What's his name? Frambo. Like I assume you know Frambo.
I do not.
You do not. Frambo is just like a mobile game that's just like it's no, it's an actual like video game. It's like uh What's the word? What's the fucking word? Point and click adventure, I guess, is the closest thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's also on mobile because like it's just a point and click adventure and it's like easy to port. So a lot of like those smaller type of games still make it to mobile. And I think some people do like buy them in there. But it's like, oh, do you want to spend $2 or $3 on the App Store, or do you want to spend like $5 or $6 on the PC?
I think in that situation, I would just pick 5 on PC. Cause like,
Yeah.
cause I just not gonna play a game on my phone.
You said we skipped. You said we skipped like a game or something. We skipped like a mobile game or
I was gonna say we're skipping a big section of mobile games, which is because we're talking about paid games versus unpaid games. Oh, I remember what I was gonna say about because we're talking about real games and mobile games. You remember when there was a big movement like mobile gamers are real gamers? Okay, just because we play Candy Crush and not Fallout New Vegas, that doesn't mean we're not gamers. Remember that? Like 5 years ago.
I think no real mobile gamer would say that
Do you not
at
remember when
all.
people said that though? That was a big movement. Just trying to catch
I,
on.
I think those are people who use the internet though. I think those are people who play video games and also play mobile games. You know what I mean?
No, I think they were just obnoxious people who wanted to feel good about
I think
themselves.
they don't
I
care.
think this
Okay.
is right
When I think
before Twitch and stuff, where like Pokimane and like you a hot girl before you got on Twitch, you would be like, I play mobile games and that means I'm a gamer. But once Twitch became a
I
thing and it
don't
was a
think
lot
so.
easier to get attention just by being alive, then you could buy gamers.
By being alive.
Yeah.
By being alive.
I think that's when that
What
kind
a
of stopped
fucking
because he's like, okay, it doesn't really matter. I can just be on just chatting and like talk to people, and the people will talk to me and give me money.
maybe if like like that's the thing. I think people were just seeking some attention because okay, when I think of a mobile game, I think of my fucking mom or my
Yeah,
like older brothers and sisters, and I'm like, when I ask them, oh, are you a gamer? They're like, no. They just don't care. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they
yeah,
never had any interest in playing video games. And the mobile game thing is not like a defining hobby. They just have it on their phone and they just play it. That's it. Like, that is okay. Real gamer, which, dear viewer, do not be a real gamer. That's a fucking bad thing. This is not like a fucking privilege. Run away, please. The other side. Go touch grass. They don't care. I just think simply they do not care to even make the argument. No, we're real gamers. I think that's like people seeking attention or like people who are like who play more mobile games than like video games on like PCs or Switch or consoles or whatever. And they
yeah,
want to like, oh, but people who still engage with the online communities, I guess.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But the majority of quote unquote mobile gamers do not give a shit about mobile gaming. It's just like a thing they do to pass time.
Exactly. And I was gonna say we were skipping over a big section of the mobile gaming audience and why free mobile games are important, and that's the biggest market because it's mostly little babies who download Elsa, Dentist, Spider Man, teeth, fucking whatever, dress up, and that's you get the ad money. Okay, NoNeedBruh is by making weird buzzword laden experiences for children, like literally brain dead children, like Roblox, Spider Man, Minecraft, Among Us, and they download it because it's free, and they're like, and it's just like a blank screen with like ads, and they just like, oh, it has a picture of Spider Man, that's pretty good, and they just like tap the ad, and then they get $1.
Mhm. Um,
Among Us
I
cheats and
think I
hacks.
think I think one that's the parents' fault for like giving a child their fucking phone, and also it's the parents' fault for like putting their card information into the phone to begin with.
Oh no, it's free game. It's a free game though. So I'm saying like they just download
No,
it
no, like
free.
when you want to pay.
No, you don't pay
No,
anything.
when you want to. Oh,
It
okay.
just
I thought you
ads.
were talking about like.
It just ads.
Okay, okay. No, I thought you were talking about like people who download like games and then because kids just like keep clicking the buy button,
Yeah,
like to buy like skins or stuff. I thought you were talking about that.
that is also a
But I guess
thing. Uh, maybe there's some crossover there in the Venn diagram of obvious children bait and like making it super easy to buy.
bro, just don't give. Here's the thing, if your child is under the age of I don't know 12 or 13, do not give them a fucking phone. Your phone at
No, I
least.
don't
Like,
want to raise my
do not give them
child. I just
your
want to
phone.
put a fucking iPad in front of them. I don't want to raise them. I
And
don't
then
want to
just
talk to
do
my
it.
child and give them meaningful experiences and make a connection with them.
I don't. No, no. Okay, okay. Okay, that is a meme because here's the thing. Before phones, they would just put you in front of the TV. That's just it. Like, let's be real. It is nowhere. It is not as good or not as bad. Here's the thing. If they didn't put you in front of the phone, they would have put you in front of the TV. And before that, they would have bought you just a fucking toy.
A
And
TV.
before that, they will literally just
Well,
babysit you with someone.
a TV. It's watching TV. First of all, when they put you in front of a kid in front of TV, it's usually like an educational thing. You know, like a little kid show that teaches you something about the world. That's at least like a little bit good. It's not Among Us in real life at 3 a.m. The McDonald's Among Us burger. It's not that.
Uh-huh.
Which I do love those
I,
videos of that guy.
you
But
know,
that's
like
the side.
not
It's
every,
not neither here nor there. It's just to say it's not educational.
but I honestly think there is okay, when mobile has like way more chances of going like of causing more stuff or like having more access to more fucked up shit accidentally or whatever. But then like again, this is the retarded part that I don't get. There is a parent control mode. Like you can like set up an iPad or like a phone or whatever to just do certain stuff, to just like take the kid to a certain page on YouTube and that's it.
Yeah,
They
and there's
cannot
YouTube
get
Kids.
outside of that.
Like a week or two
Yeah.
ago on
Like,
Twitter, some lady was complaining like, "Oh my gosh, I look up baby on YouTube, and the third result was Little Knox X, industry baby," and it's like, well, use YouTube Kids then, you dumb fucking idiot, and it was a big thing.
like instant. Like companies companies do not give a shit about your child's health, but simultaneously they don't want to people complain to them about their child's health. So they have like measures in place to like, hey, do you just want the phone to babysit your kid? Okay, fine, do this stuff. But like most parents just don't. Most parents just like give their actual like phone and just be like, yeah, go ahead. And they like their phone with like credit card informations. They can buy anything they want from the app store. It's like their actual Google account. So like if the parents watch some like slightly mature content, it will just pop in for their kids. So I'm just like sitting here, be like, dude, just like literally buy a $50 tablet and just like set it up. That's it. That's all you need to do if that's like your goal.
I I don't even know if you need that. Like kids survived before without tablets. Just let them fucking sit down and
Yeah,
think. Let them use their brain for a second. Don't numb their
but they're
fucking
annoying though.
minds with colorful pictures and imagery. At least wait a little
Dune,
bit.
Dune ask someone, Dune, Dune, like I said, if it wasn't mobile phones, it was TV, and if it wasn't
Yeah,
TV, it was toys.
that's
And if it, like,
that's.
okay,
I think it's.
I think if we
I
go
think
back,
toys and
like,
TV are
I think,
fine. I mean, obviously you shouldn't have too much
I think there
TV,
is,
but like TV is educational content. You can watch Sesame Street. I don't think it's bad for you. You're watching Sesame Street all day.
but most of it is just random shitty cartoons. Like, have
No,
you ever tried to sit
if
down?
it's a little, it's like a 3-year-old. They can't change the channel. They don't know how to do that. Just like fucking put on Wow Wow Wubsy, Dora the Explorer.
Wow.
Yeah, Wow Wow Wubsy, Wubsy Wubsy. Wow Wow. I have a
I
little,
would
I have a little,
argue,
I have a little cousin. That's why I know what that is. Okay.
I don't think there is, at least for me, there is not that much, I guess, value in educational TV, but like, that's just
What do
me. But
you mean?
like,
Yeah, what are you
there
talking
is
about?
parent educational TV. I don't think it works. Like, I'm just gonna be
What do you
real
mean?
here. I don't think it works.
I mean, it's not like the only. Like, if you only watch it, then you'll be this genius. Like it's supplemental. It helps the kids learn things. Like it's proven. There's like scientific studies on this.
Really?
Yes, with either just doing it for fun. Like those would get like government grants to like.
No. I think there's just I don't know.
Why do you think they
It
make it?
feels like a weird made up thing. It feels like a weird made up thing. Oh, this is good for your kids, but it's not.
It is.
Like I literally just
How is this like fucking Sesame Street teaching you like this is the letter the B and you can say words like book and
I
bird. Like
guess,
how's that bad? You
but
don't think
not
it works?
okay.
Like that's
What
what
I'm
kids
saying is
learn.
okay. Here's what I'm saying. Okay, here's what I'm saying. Not most. Most of kids' program television is not as tightly. made as Sesame Street, is what I mean. Do you
I
see
mean,
what I mean?
I
Like
mean,
Sesame
sure,
Street,
but it's not. I think it's better than anything on YouTube.
I mean, rhythm songs. Okay, like I have like a small cousin. Like all the stuff they watch is just like fucking nursery songs. That's about it.
I mean, what
And I'm
is a
like,
nursery
is
song? Is
that
like
helpful?
it's not helpful. It's entertaining. It's like safe entertainment, but it's not helpful. You're not learning anything. It's like saying Baby Shark is educational. It's like no, it's just a song for kids.
Didn't see it when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I watched educational TV as a child, and I got nothing out of it. I
What do you
learned
mean you
stuff
got
from
nothing?
like
How old were you when you were
I learned
watching
stuff from
it?
school.
If you're in school, then you're too old to be watching educational TV. It's for
What do
literal
you mean, primary
babies.
school, kindergarten?
I mean, kindergarten like maybe, but like you're supposed to watch it before school. That's become done in daytime. That's why it's
What
daytime
school?
television, because you would not be in school at the
I
time.
didn't start watching TV until I was like, but sure, I did not watch TV until I was like fucking 5.
That's your problem. It's for little babies. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about
Babies
like.
should not. I don't think babies can absorb information at that
What do you
age.
mean? That's
Like
how they learn how to do things. What do you mean?
from surroundings, not from the fucking TV.
I mean, what's the difference between like Elmo saying how to say your ABCs and your parent telling you how to do your ABCs?
Bring up another example other than fucking Sesame Street, though. Like that's what I'm saying. I'm
I
not saying
I
it's
don't
bad.
have a
I'm just
list
saying.
of children's television shows off the top of my head. Okay, I just
Here's the thing.
remember
Do
Blue's
you want to hear my
Clues.
conspiracy? Do you want to hear my conspiracy? My
What?
conspiracy is Sesame Street was a genuinely heartwarming, good kids show that like taught them like neat stuff with that with style and grace from Pro Jared, to steal some fucking word from the legend Pro Jared with style and grace. Most kids' TV show is just 3D animated blah 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 shows that like mean nothing and affect nothing. They're
I,
just like flashy
I
colors.
mean, yeah, but I'm talking about educational shows.
Other than Sesame Street, Lily
Ubi,
White.
Ubi. You ever watch Ubi?
I do not know what that is.
Exactly, because you're fucking dumb. I'm gonna look up Ubi.
Uh,
Ubi,
anyway, I
Ubi,
just
Ubi,
think
Ubi, Ubi, Ubi.
I
Got the
just
lock.
don't think there is enough there's enough substantial effect neither like good. I guess there is bad. There's probably like if like bad on their development, maybe comprehensive stuff, but like I don't think there's inherent goodness or badness for like mobiles or TVs or like whatever. I think hey, put him outside, When you have a kid, just throw him out the window, let him live in the wild for like, a couple of
I think
years.
there's something to said about the instant gratification, like. Well, okay, one, okay. Obviously, besides educational content, let's move past that. Like let's talk about like Barney or something. Barney, like that's at least you have to admit that watching a random like you turn on TV, random episode of Barney's on, random episode of Bear in the Blue House, random episode of Between the Lions. It's better than the instant gratification like endless stream of holding an
Yeah.
iPad and just like watching Elsa Spider-Man videos. Like I'm talking about like because when the kids are watching TV, I guess I should say this. Like there's like a time like what's like when mom is in the kitchen cooking dinner. Like when kids can take an iPad anywhere, like 24/7. There are kids now on their iPad on Netflix watching fucking any random kid show like Cocomelon. That's what it's called, Cocomelon. I don't know what the Cocomelon is, but it sounds bad. I don't. It sounds new and different. I don't like it. They're like 24/7.
Okay.
These kids, like the 24 access is what I'm really concerned about. I guess because when you watch
Okay.
TV as a kid, it's not 24/7. It's like during specific times when your parents are not in front of you. But like kids will watch iPad TV, iPad movies or whatever 24/7. It's bad. Kids should not be in front of the screen all day.
Okay, that is a point that I have not, I guess, considered much. Like the constant access to literally simulate stimulation is literally just bad. Like just having that on hand, literally yeah, yeah, that is just correct, I guess. I guess that is one point in the favor of, I guess,
Who would have
TV or other stuff.
suspected that something Dunekun said was correct? And
I fucking knew
NoNeedBruh
you would say that.
disagreed
I
for
literally
no
knew
fucking
you would.
reason. You think I
I
say
literally
shit for no reason every time. You're like, Dune, I don't know if you really
because you
thought this
didn't
out. I don't
tell
know if
me
you
your
really
point.
believe
No,
this.
your
No,
point.
obviously I said it, so it's right.
No, your point. No, no, your point was your point was like, oh, it's educational, and I'm like, no, but like you were like, oh, but they have access to it. That's a good point. But at first it was like, oh, but it's like slightly more educational or slightly has more value, and I'm like,
It
I don't
does.
think it has any
Because
more
when kids
intellectual
are using
value.
YouTube on the iPad, they're not looking up educational content. They're looking up random shit. They're watching Markiplier.
No,
They're watching PewDiePie.
no.
Well, at least on the TV, on public television, they're at least watching something decent.
Hmm. I think you have way more higher. Here's the
That's
thing is
literally why
we
public
have
television
different
exists. That's
televisions.
literally why PBS exists.
We didn't have public television.
Well, then stop living in a third world country. I don't know what to tell you. You should have.
What I'm telling you is the television here has random bullshit in it all the time. Like it's not bad bullshit. Like we had like Sesame Street and Bonnie and all those other stuff. But I'm like, I you know what, I don't think it has like inherently will add to the to the development of your fucking baby.
Okay,
Just
so
talk to your fucking baby, god damn it.
we
Is
have
what I
different
mean.
rule. We have a thing in America called PBS Kids, where it is literally the rule is that it has to. There's no ads. There's no like ads for products, and it is just like everything on it has to be educational in some form of fashion. So that's what I'm talking about when I say kids shows.
We do not
PBS.
have that.
Well, get
Okay.
it. It's good for
Okay.
kids. That's how you fucking end up with kids like NoNeedBruh. Don't know that disagree with Dunekun.
Yeah, his biggest character flaw disagreeing with Dunekun.
It's just a symptom of like the underlying
Uh,
issue of not having enough education as a child.
dude, I'm smarter than you,
That
dude.
is not true. It's like every time we've had a conversation, it's provably false. And once we hit like a million of these episodes, every episode of this is gonna be Dunekun versus NoNeedBruh on something, and every time I guarantee it's gonna be Dunekun was right.
But it's never is though.
It
I will
always
literally
is. It's every
agree.
conversation we ever had. I've been right. Literally name one
No,
time I've been wrong.
watch the episode.
Literally name one time.
Literally watch, dude. Every episode we have recorded so far, we just agree on stuff, including this one. Dude, I'm literally agreeing with you. Having a channel with specifically evaluated educational shows is not a thing where I live. So when you kept saying kids show, I just assumed you meant some random kids show.
No, I'm talking
That's
like
why I asked you, oh,
SpongeBob. Not
names.
like
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I literally meant. I meant just like
it's not like a
cartoons and.
kid show. It's like a it's like all ages. It's like family television. I don't know.
That's
You're
what I mean.
wrong
Kristen,
in the Deltarune episode. You agreed after the fact that it's a
you
good
wrong. We literally
game.
agreed.
You came to me after the episode, hat in hand, tail between your legs, and you admitted that you were being
What?
too mean to Deltarune. It is a good game. I want a public apology to Toby Fox right now. No need, bro.
No.
Why not?
I'm gonna hit it. No, because Deltarune chapter has not literally changed anything, like at all. Like until here's the thing, until the mysteries are solved and until they have a satisfying answer, I'm gonna just hold off like judgment. Like
But you
hold off like
said
because right now
after the podcast, you went and played more of Deltarune and you enjoyed it. That literally happened.
it was fun. I already said that in the episode. I already said
You
like
did not
Deltarune
say
is a
that in the
good
episode.
game.
The episode you said, "Oh, I'm kind of sick of it. I don't really feel like finishing it." But you did finish it after I convinced you live on air.
Yeah, no. No, I went and played Deltarune after that, and I finished, and I was like, yeah, it was good. It was better than chapter one, but the thing. Okay,
Interesting.
the thing is, like, again, you wanna if you wanna turn this into the Deltarune segment, we're gonna do it. Deltarune is a great fucking indie game. I just don't think it's a masterpiece. That is literally it. I think it has way more chances of just fucking up or continuing. Dunekun, you said on the podcast that you believe that then chapter 3 will start with something big. It will not be another blue ball chapter for like the first hour or two. I fucking disagree, dude.
Did
I'm
you
willing to make
what?
you a bet. Yeah, I'm willing to make you a bet that the next chapter will just start off with like, ooh, they woke up and that was it. Like that's
No.
it. They're not gonna start with action.
Okay,
Do you wanna do this, dude?
what are we gonna bet? What are we betting? Money, women,
Okay.
fame,
A public apology to
public
Toby
apology.
Fox.
Yes, public. If it doesn't start with something big, I'll make a public apology to Toby Fox, apologizing that I ever believed in him, that I ever trusted him, And if it does start off cool, you have to apologize for doubting him. How about that?
Okay.
Yeah.
How about that? Yeah. By episode, 300, we'll hopefully be at that point.
Yeah. And if we're not, we will be. In the episode after that, we'll get Toby Fox on. That's a promise. He'll by that time we'll be bigger than Undertale. And it'll be easy.
I don't. Even in the fucking live stream where they announced Delta, I'm pretty sure he just had like a voice to like.
Yeah.
Had like a voice, voice to command or whatever the fuck. Text to voice.
Do you think he's Dream from YouTube? Do you think he's Minecraft Dream?
I just think he's a shy dude. That's it.
I guess as a narcissist, I can't relate. I don't know why anyone would ever wear a mask and disguise their voice.
Is that it?
Yeah, I think that's it. I don't think anything else to say about mobile games. Even if you can really call this the mobile games episode. What are we gonna call this one?
The first. I don't know. History of the internet.
History. No, I'll call it milking your mother.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
They do. Mobile games do want to milk my mom.
Okay. Well, this has been the Rotating Cube Zone.
Goodbye.
No, we're not singing. I had to do the intro spiel. This has been Dunekun. I've been with NoNeedBruh. We still don't have a new guest. We still don't have another third person. I don't know if we ever will. No one's ever asked to be on. I feel like if we had another third person, it would be bad. I think I'm coming down on that line, that stance. I think the two people.
Yeah.
I think if it's like a ping pong game, it flows back and forth. If you had another person in there just mucking things up, it would get too muddy.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck you, Simon. We're gonna do another Deltarune episode and we're not gonna invite you on.
Yeah. Every week is a new Deltarune episode. Anyway, I took NyQuil like 3 hours before we started this podcast. I'm getting sleepy. So let's end it. Say goodbye, NoNeedBruh. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Say it.
Bye.
Say bye. Okay.
Bye.
I like paper clips. Paper clips? Paper clips. I like bottle caps. Bottle caps. Bottle caps. I love pigeons, yeah. Pigeons? Love pigeons, oh yes I do.
Well, Bert, I don't really like any of those.